Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Mister, my name is Alessi Datorik and I'm from class 12 and now I'm gonna read my narrative text. Okay, so the title of the narrative text is The Universe. There was once a boy that lived his life without knowing that he would get another place that then he called the place is his family. The boy is pretty naughty. He makes problems every time, goes into something bad every time, and always get into fights. But he doesn't know that he will change in the future. It all started back when the boy was still in elementary school. He got a friend, and a friend that will be his best friend, the starting point for the family, the key for all of the major things he got in life, and so much more. Let's just call this boy's friend Genie. Genie is the one friend you would likely see no interest in them. But the boy is just different. He somehow sees it's interesting to befriend Genie, and so they become a friend. As the time goes by, the boy is now a middle schooler, and so is Genie. But they went to a different school. At this time, the two are being such an addict to a thing called game. Well, they're already been an addict for a long time, but this time is very different. They start willing to play in a pro scene, a place where a player were good enough to compete and dedicate their life to be their job and their only place to live. This was the time when Genie introduced the boy to another friend of Genie that Genie found in his new school. Genie calls him EJ. The first time EJ interacted with the boy was rather an unpleasant situation as they get into fights all the time, but without their knowing, they've already been friends. And EJ would be the boy's best friend too. EJ is a straightforward person that would likely tell you anything if there's something wrong or right. But on the other side, EJ is such a jokester in the circle. The three always play the games together. As the more time the boy spends in games, the boy gets another friend, and of course, Genie is the one who introduced it to the boy. This time, the first interaction the boys had is weird and fun at the same time, because the friend that Genie introduced this time is a weird, dumb-looking, and fun person. We call him Omi. Omi and the boy was surprisingly easy to become friends. Now there's four of them, and they're always up to something together. They've had calls a lot, plays a lot, and etc. By the time when middle school is about to be over, the boy and the three are likely to spend their time studying and playing together online. Where when the four of them are studying, there's another person that joined. It's another friend of Genie, like I told you before, that Genie is the key for all of the major things the boys got in his life. This other person's name is Q, and Q is the one that came up with an idea to invite the boy into the circles of friends. Because all of this time, the boy is just being alone with himself. Surprisingly, Q's suggestions to invite the boy to the circle are accepted by all of them. Then the boy joined the circle and tried to get along with everyone in it. The circles, it's not just boys but girls too. It includes Genie, EJ, Omi, Q, and four other people that will be the boy's best friend in the future. At first, it was kind of hard for the boy to get along with everyone else, because there's awkwardness between the boys and all of them, especially with the girls. Even though the boy tried to make jokes and tried to get into some conversation between them, it's still hard for him to do it. Things changed when the boys met up with all of them for the first time. The boy was surprised that he could talk and play without any awkwardness between him and the girls. This is the first time the boy met Nir, Lex, and Ama. From then, the boys started to get to know each other, and as the time went by, they started being friends. A lot of things happened from when the boy became a part of the circles. Things got rough, not just for the boy, but for everyone else. There's a time where they're far from each other, the time where one of them is out of the circle, the time where the boy starts to change due to the situation they got through. The circle has an important role to the boy's change, especially AJQ and two other people that are Nir and Lex. Nir and Lex are both girls. Nir is a hyperactive and cheerful girl, and so is Lex. The difference between the two of them are Nir is more likely to cry about the problems that she had, and on the other hand, Lex is the type of people that never went to cry and try to laugh it all out. With the disappearance of one member, that's likely the core member of the circle, they started to fall apart. The boy was so mad to the point where he couldn't believe all of this was happening at the time. As a redemption for that, the boy tries to put himself in the shoes of the missing member, trying to be a replacement for it. The boy went through a lot of things that the boy wouldn't know before if he didn't try to be in the shoes. After all of that, times went by, and eventually the member that disappeared came back. The first thing the boy does when he sees it is punching it in the stomach. Then he tells us why it disappeared without letting us know a thing. After that, all of them live their life as it goes. The last member of the circle that gets in touch with the boy is Sir. He likes to get called with Sir. I don't know why, but probably because he's such a gentleman and else. Sir and the boy have a pretty good relationship too, even though they rarely get a conversation. But when they meet up, they're a lot closer in real life. And there's Ama, the last of the girls, the one that is more likely to laugh at any jokes they make. Ama is the only one that is farthest from all of us, because she went to a boarding school. One of them is always making documentation from when they meet each other, because they know that they rarely see each other in person, and with that they are grateful for it, because they can just see the documentation every time when they miss each other. They call themselves the universe. It all because whenever the life got hard on them, the world got rough on them, the fate were on their side, they know that they are always there for each other, just like a universe that is everything, includes all of space and all the matter and energy that space contains in it. This is the place that they call a family in the end. Thank you.